are only 19 lifters. That means everybody
Right.
on the start list is a point scorer for their team, which means every total counts, even if it's not your best.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so Leblanc-Bazinet is back for her second attempt here. 78 kilos is the weight on the bar. Hopefully she'll make the correction needed and get one on the board.
Right. That's the only thing that matters, is getting that first one on the board.
And it looks like that will happen.
It just looks like she's not
Sharp.
meeting the bar aggressively. The bar is kind of landing on her, and she's not really tight in the catch. It's like throwing her around.
Well, let's take a look at this again from in front. And, you don't know if there's a weight cut involved.
Sure.
Sometimes that's always a factor. Sometimes lifters are a little tired. I mean, and in here, what we've seen granted, all lifters have to deal with it, but what we've seen is well,
I mean, technically it's a good snatch.
Yeah.
It just seems like at the bottom of the lift, she's not tight enough to stand right up.
to get a rebound.
Yeah.
All right, so now 80 kilos has been loaded for Mildred Leguizamo of the Dominican Republic. This is her first attempt. Leguizamo has not lifted in a senior Pan Ams before. She's been in a youth Pan Ams back in 2011. And, the Dominican team is pretty strong from year to year. And this is a weight class where we've seen a lot of activity from them over the years. So I don't think she's been selected to travel for too many meets. Maybe she's taken some time off, but she's a senior now, 23 years old. And this is the first time we're seeing her in a major competition since she lifted in the Pan Am Youth back in 2011. She was a 53 back then, snatch 61. So
It's improved quite a bit.
been time though.
Good snatch.
Good start, good lift. We talk about this weight class in terms of total. There has been some variation, put it that way, over the last couple of years at Pan Ams. In the games in 2015, winning total was 215. Last year, Yenny Alvarez, who's Lina Rivas of Colombia, yet another class with a couple won in a row by the Colombian weightlifting team, but Yenny Alvarez last year, 224. All right, here's Michelle Letendre. Also of Canada.
Good lift. Good, it's a solid opener.
She snatched 83 at the Canadian Championships, but from what I saw in the results, I don't think she cleansed. Not sure if she was due to an injury. She's there's a couple of the Canadian lifters who are here that are very well known, very high-ranking CrossFit athletes. She's one of them. So that's her primary discipline, I believe.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're running a 2-minute clock on Letendre. Just an automatic increase. This is going to change. And it looks like it's going to be Bazinet at 80. Leblanc-Bazinet, excuse me, at 82 kilos.
So once we get past 80, once we get into 84 around, it's going to be interesting because there's a bunch of athletes, 84, 85. So there's going to be a lot of jumping around.
What's the high opener right now, 90? Right now, yeah, Maria Levon of Colombia is slated for 90. That, at the moment, is the heaviest opener. Patricia Dominguez as well. Oh, this is going to be good.
One thing for certain is you can't trust what the openers say on the board right now.
Definitely not. All right, so now here's Leblanc-Bazinet. Third attempt to 82 kilos.
I'd like to see it be more aggressive in the catch.
And it was.
That was better.
It's the best one of the series.
That was better.
Maybe a little nerves on that opener, but she got it.
Good. That looked like she was ready to make that lift.
Yeah, she got it corrected on her second and then put that one away. So 2 for 3 for Leblanc-Bazinet, 83 kilos. And that will be an improvement upon what she's done at really the last 2 big meets we've seen her at, Colombian Championships and the Universiade.
That's great.
Where she snatched 80 at both of those. So good start for Team Canada. And now some jockeying around. Leguizamo has been called for her second attempt, 84 kilos.
The Dominicans are they're all well coached.
Always good technique.
Always good technique. They're just a good
And it seems like they're all fast.
And they're all fast. And they're fierce. They're real fun. I've always liked watching them compete. Oh, get up.
Nope. Held on a little long there.
Just another of those, just catch and just kind of sagged into the bottom. And you got to be ready for the bar. You have to react quickly to the reception of the bar. If you don't, it's going to put, even if you sink a little bit lower than you want to, it's going to pull your balance back, and it's really hard to recover.
Even when you hit that bottom position
Yes.
and stable, yeah.
It's real hard to recover once you start to deviate from your normal bottom position.
All right, so now here's the second attempt of Michelle Letendre.
And you said that she was a CrossFitter.
Yep. 2011. She did retire from that recently, though, from CrossFit competition.
And now she's full-time weightlifting.
Yeah.
I mean, she's certainly in shape.
And she's certainly 2 for 2.
Yes.
No doubter there.
And that, on this third attempt, whatever it's going to be, she needs to finish a little bit more.
Yeah.
Get the bar in the right position, or else it's going to be out in front.
And this is a weight class that has produced, or that Canada has produced talent from before.
Yes.
You know, and last year at the Universiade where you were, they had Tali Darcini there, snatched 87, clean and jerked 106. So I don't know where she is. In any case, now we're going to see Carolina Lugo Robles. This is her first attempt. And she's an interesting one in that she had a very high starting total of 211. And I was wondering if that was a little dubious. She had never touched anything near that much.
Well, tactically, very often at the verification meeting,
they're playing to make sure they get in the A. That
right.
was a good lift there. But continue your thought there,
Yeah,
Sean.
so very often what countries will do is they'll put inflated totals to get their athletes into the A session.
Sure, yeah.
And with the 20-kilo rule, especially with the lighter weight classes, you really have a large margin to play with. So I would imagine that a lot of these totals are inflated on purpose.
That was one in particular that caught my eye. All right, so now we're back to Leguizamo, 85 kilos, third attempt. She has done as much as 88. She did that last year at the Universiade on her third attempt. She's also been to a couple of junior worlds. She snatched 87 for a fourth place finish back in 2016 as well.
That's tough.
But it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Good lift. Let's take a look at that. You want to see that from the side?
Yes, I do.
Let's come back off of this here for Leguizamo.
I'd be interested to see how she clean and jerks because she's not real stable at the bottom. I mean, the snatch is driving her down. So if the snatch is driving her down, I got to only imagine what the clean and jerk's going to do.
We will find out.
We'll
at
find
the moment,
out.
She's in for 100 kilos, which is toward the beginning of the session.
Yes.
So we'll see how things work out for.
Now, she's got to finish here. She's got to get the bar in the right spot or else she's going to miss this forward.
Tendria is 2 for 2. This is her third attempt now, 87 kilos. This is what I mentioned her country did last year in Mexico. Up. Little bounce when she hit the bottom.
Yeah.
Bar went forward on her. Nice effort. But she will have to settle for 84 kilos from her second attempt. And for now, the call is Jessica Lucero, first attempt, Team USA.
I don't think she's going to come out with this.
That's why I said for now. She's not in the doorway.
Her best is 92, I believe. I think.
American record 93.
Okay, 93. She's opening up pretty close to her best. Now, I don't know how. I don't know. From what I've heard, speaking with her coaches, her training has gone very well, so she might be in really good shape.
So now here's Usulady Figueroa of Venezuela, 2016 Olympian. She was 9th in Rio. Only managed her opener with 85 kilos. She missed 89 on both her second and third attempts. Here she is opening with 88 kilos. So this is a healthy opener.
Yes.
For Figueroa. She was 7th last year in Cartagena. She snatched 92 there. 92 was 7th place last year.
Well, you had the girl from Chinese Taipei, the Olympian.
No, in Cartagena. Pan Am.
Oh, Pan Am,
yeah.
Sorry.
All right, good lift there. And we're going to go back to Carol Hugo Robles of Mexico. Second attempt.
You still have 3 athletes that are listed at 90 kilos opener.
Well, it was only 2 before. Somebody's moved
right.
up.
So
And Lucero's at 89 right now.
I'd imagine she's going to come out for that.
89. Yep. Nice.
Nice lift. Solid.
That's how you get underneath the bar.
Very solid.
Let's take a look at that from the side.
First, Snatch Jessica Lucero from the United States of America. Primera larga para Jessica Lucero de Estados Unidos de América. Se prepara Escobar.
This is solid.
Solid lift.
All right.
Not easy,
but solid.
but solid.
Yeah. All right, so now here's Jessica Lucero, first attempt, 89 kilos. She's opening up just 4 kilos below her American record of 93.
And she's been on fire.
Yep.
I mean, she's been really doing amazing lifting.
Pretty much every competition she is playing with an attempt, if not a success, for an American record.
Yes.
2015 World Team member. All right, she's going to have to come back and correct that. She made her opener last year at the Pan Am Games with 85 kilos. Missed 88 twice, actually. But she is the only lifter looking for 89 kilos. And you talk about strategy, you see the board right now. This is an interesting spot.
Right.
She's on a 2-minute clock. There are now 4 lifters looking for 90 kilos, one of which is on her third attempt. So if Lucero moved to 90 now, she, in theory, would have a 3-attempt weight.
But from a strategy standpoint, she needs to get a lift on the board. She missed 89. It's snatch. It doesn't fatigue you. So
a 2-minute clock is not a bad thing
no,
here.
2-minute clock. If it's a clean and jerk, different story.
Okay.
But with the snatch, she's got to go. She has to get one in.
Okay.
She has to get 89 in.
So the idea is don't get cute, take your 2-minute clock,
Right.
make the correction, come back and make the lift.
She's in good shape. She's going to recover fine within this time frame.
See, on the scoreboard, there are 3 lifters we have yet to see. They will be out soon, and even though we haven't seen everybody yet, I think the hunt is on right now for medals. This is the game. So we are in what I think is not a do or die spot, but a crucial spot for Lucero if she has ambitions for a medal. This lift has to get made right now.
But for the Americans, for the American team, the priority is total.
Total first, middle second.
Medal is irrelevant right now. After the first attempt is on the board, then we start talking medal. So she has to make this.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is going to
put her back on a 2-minute clock.
Put her back on a 2-minute clock. And, you know, she's faced some adversity in the past, and she's always risen to the occasion. So I got to expect that this is not going to be any different.
Hope so. I will say this. I mean, the last time that we've seen her in, well, since her rise, I think, which started in the 2015 era.
Yes.
I want to say around Nationals in 2015 is where she had a breakout meet. She qualified for the World Team for the first time at that 2015 Nationals. And in the meets that she's been to since, World Championships in Houston, Pan Am Games, few American Opens, Nationals, the only time she's been in this situation was in Salt Lake City in 2016 at the Olympic trial.
Right.
And in that spot, I understand you have to go big, but that was the only time in recent history, at least for Jessica, where she's been in a do-or-die lift after 2 misses in the snatch, and in that meet, she did bomb out. So hopefully history does not repeat itself. Now, in fairness, she was opening and going after American records at that time because that's what she had to do to make the Olympic team. That's, you almost don't hold that against a lifter in that spot, but this is a crucial moment in this contest for Jessica Lucero and for Team USA. 89 kilos, third attempt. And she delivers.
I told you, she will rise to the occasion. She will rise to the occasion. I'm so happy that she made it.
A collective sigh of relief goes through the building, at least for the American fans in it. And Jessica Lucero will be credited with that 89 kilos on her third attempt. We'll see what she has in store for the clean and jerk. But her future, or at least the future of her placement in the snatch, is no longer in her hands. But a total should be forthcoming. You can see the frustration as she was marching off stage with that.
In these situations, though, you're going to be upset as an athlete. You're going to be, even as a coach, you're going to be upset
because she was expecting to play for a medal. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
But in these meets, you're not lifting for yourself. You're lifting for the team. And the good news is that she's on the board,
right? And
she's in the fight.
And you don't know how things are going to play out.
And it's you're mad for a couple of minutes, and then you forget about it, and you start focusing on the clean and jerk.
All right, so now we've got Maria Lebon, first attempt, 90 kilos. Lebon, from what I've seen, hasn't done more than 83 on a big stage. So this is a healthy opener.
Ambitious. Well,
she's probably done it at home.
Wow. She's done that a couple of times, I think.
That doesn't look like the first time she's taken 90.
Wow, that was impressive.
I don't even care what angle we see that from. I just want to see it. Jeez.
That was an impressive lift.
Talk about an opener that you can make in your sleep before
Yes.
you get changed. That's it.
That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All
Well,
right.
the Colombians are just probably the top team in the Pan American
There's
Federation.
no probably about it right now.
So-
We are hunting that down.
They are well funded, well coached, and they have huge participation. So there's no secret about why they're so good. Oh wow!
So that left arm never really got to full extension. That's
No.
why it went down like that.
I think she lost that right before she even got under it.
Where do you want to say that from head on? Yeah.
It
Let's
didn't
see.
look like there was any energy in the explosion. Yeah, it didn't. It was one speed the whole way. It didn't jump.
One
in
speed.
the
I like that.
explosion.
Yeah. All right. So with that, she'll be credited with her opening attempt. No, second attempt, 88 kilos. All right, move back to where we're bringing out Maria Escobar of Ecuador. This is her first attempt. '16 Olympian, snatched 100 in Rio.
Wow.
Finished fourth.
I would
in the snatch.
imagine that a lot of the top athletes in these countries are.
By the way, she's a master. 37 years old.
That's not right. That's crazy.
It is
good for
crazy.
her. Well, in the 48s, they were one of the Mexican girls was 35, 36.
Yep.
I would imagine a lot of the top lifters, a lot of the lifters that were at the last Olympics, are probably gearing up for the Pan Am Games.
Starting their plan.
So they're probably not in top condition right now. When you see somebody that snatched 100 at the Olympics and now is opening with 91, you
Makes
know that
sense.
they're not in top condition, which is fine. You can't be in top condition
All the time.
2 years from an event that you want to be in good condition in.
All right, here's Dominguez. First attempt, 91. No.
It
Is
moved
that left
well.
arm? Left arm is what? Yeah. Let's take a look at that from the front again. Let's see if. I don't think she went sideways. The line was good.
The bar looked like it moved well, and she was fast. I think she wasn't ready for the bar. I mean, I think she got to the bottom before the bar did and wasn't ready for the bar.
Yeah. All right, now Monica Dominguez is the only lifter looking for 91 kilos, so that's going to put her on a 2-minute clock. We're past halfway. There are still 8 attempts left in this session. Everything here counts.
Yes.
And this is costly from this moment forward. They are all packed very closely together. On these 8 attempts right now, there's a separation of 3 kilos on the board. That's it. Monica Dominguez missed her opener with 91.
Now,
She's done 96.
the lifter from Alexandria has the from Escobar from Ecuador has the most leeway here because her opener in the clean and jerk is at 115, so she can afford to kind of sit back and wait and see what everybody does.
Because she's going to play leader.
Yeah,
She's gonna
so
sit back
she
and
doesn't
clean.
have to take any chances in the clean and jerk. She can be very conservative with her attempts. Unless it's a total BS opener and
Yeah.
she's going to open at 105.
All right, so now here's Dominguez back. Second attempt, 91 kilos.
Yes.
No problem there.
And she was ready for that. She was ready to meet the bar. Sometimes, in competition, you're in top shape, so you're moving a lot differently than you do in training and even in the warm-up room. So sometimes the bar gets to the position faster than you anticipate.
Surprise. Well, there's extra energy in it, yeah.
Right, with the adrenaline. So it's lifting in competition is always very different than anything else you're going to experience. So you have to, the more competitions that you do, the better you are able to make that adjustment.
All right, so now we're back to Venezuela's Yusilady Figueroa. She has been in the back quite a bit, or for a bit. She opened with 88 kilos. This is a 4-kilo jump to 92 for her second attempt. She has made this before. In fact, she did it last year in the Pan Am Games in Colombia. She's done as much as 93. She did that in the Pan Am Championships.
Oh.
All right, well, the way that you described the 88 was solid but heavy, right?
Right.
That was probably the same thing, but this one, she just wasn't able to.
I question that. I question the call for a 4-kilo jump. I mean, I don't think she needed it.
90 or 91 could have kept her in play.
Just
Well,
don't-
either way, she does have another attempt in hand. So,
You don't want to take chances in the snatch. Snatch puts you in position to clean and jerk.
but here's what just happened. Another lifter was on 92. So she had her 2-minute clock burned, which she now has made a decision to move up despite the miss.
And I don't know how well, she's a pro, so it's
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, another lifter, a lifter was introduced, then moved up, which burned her 2-minute clock. So Yusilady is out to follow herself with 92 on a 1-minute clock. So this is a quick turn here. Let's see if she can make the correction. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Let's see what they say here. It's still going to be good. Think happened there? Almost a little loss of her.
It looked like she lost control over it overhead and pulled her back. I mean, that was 3 different snatches.
Right there, yeah. She almost lost it in her core.
Yeah.
Her torso got loose for a second. All right, so now here's Levon, who crushed her opener
She
with
was
90.
impressive.
Levon, second attempt, 93 kilos, and she's playing at a level we have not seen.
Solid.
But I would expect we're going to see it again if we haven't seen it before. Man, 2 for 2 with authority.
Yes, she is impressive.
Take a look again.
She really handles the weights. I mean, it's
Just
just
a rebound.
she makes the weight do exactly what she wants it to do.
Yeah, well, and what I really like so far of what we've seen is the tempo and the cadence and just that hit and return.
Yes.
Punch out, return.
No wasted move.
Super efficient. And that, and really what that does is, first of all, it's great. Second of all, it saves your energy, right? I mean,
Yes.
All right, so right now, our Masters lifter, Maria Escobar, 94 kilos. Don't tell her she's 37.
Right. This is gonna.
Her birthday's on July 17th, so she just had a birthday actually. Just turned 37. 4-time Olympian, by the way. 4-time.
Yeah, this isn't her first rodeo. With this lift, if she makes this, she's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to beat her because then she has one more attempt. She's strong.
And she has been strong for a long time.
4-time Olympian?
4.
Wow.
Rio, London, Beijing, and yeah, Athens.
all
Athens was the first Olympics for women, right?
Sydney was.
Oh, okay.
She snatched 95 in Athens as a 58. In 2004. It was 2017. She's doing the same weights.
That's impressive. So because Escobar hit it first,
Dominguez will be in second if successful.
She'll be in second
with this 94 kilo third attempt, which means she's ceding the medal spot to her.
Which is fine in the snatch. You don't win the meet with the snatch.
We're down to our final 3 attempts.
That's a good lift.
It's a great lift.
This puts her in great position.
Heading into the clean and jerk. I mean, it might leave her on the medal stand, depending on the outcome here, but it will leave her at least 4th heading into the clean and jerk. And now we're on 95 kilos for Maria Levon, and what I would expect is Escobar will go to 96 if Levon is successful here. If not, Escobar will hold on this 95 kilos to close out the session. Levon, 22 years old. I mean, this is a battle of young and old. 2 for 2 thus far. 93, 95. Here she is. I'm sorry, 90, 93. And here she is with 95 on her 3rd attempt.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I hope her elbow's okay.
Yeah, she held on that a little long, but I think she's just mad not hurt. So no lift there. That means 93 kilos from her 2nd attempt will leave her in 3rd place. That will be a bronze medal in the snatch for Maria Levon. I wonder if she would have gotten that lift if she would have secured it and stood up. But either way,
now Escobar can just come out and make 95, and she's
Alexandra Maria Escobar is just playing with the children.
Yeah.
Gold medal in hand, 3rd attempt. Biggest clean and jerk opener scheduled, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Oh, no. So close. Just turned right on her a little bit as she got into the bottom position. Let's take a look at that from the side. You'll see it comes off the floor nicely. She punches out great. But as soon as she gets underneath the bar, starts to turn to the left, and that was just enough to cost her the lift. Right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say anything about that lift. It's just she didn't control it at the bottom a little bit. She caught it great and just started to rotate on her.
Even with the miss, she is your gold medalist.
Right. So that lift was a nice to have, but it wasn't a
necessity.
It wasn't
exactly.
a necessity.
So with that, we will head into our 10-minute break here in the women's 58 kilo A category. I'm JP Nicoletta.
And I'm Sean Waxman.
Don't go far. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Leblanc-Bazinet is now on the clock, on the platform for her first attempt, 100 kilos. Rachel did 101 on her 3rd attempt at the Canadian Championships in May. So here she is opening with 100. Solid. A little bit of work on that clean, but no problem on the jerk.
So she's not in a hunt for a medal, but again, she's got a total. She's got points for her team. So right now they can, the pressure is off.
That 182, I mean, just with that opener at 100, that gives her 182. She's already far ahead
of the top total from the B, which means this is a top 10 finish.
That's great.
Regardless of how, you know, we don't know the number yet, but it is at least a top 10 finish, regardless of the outcome of her next 2 lifts.
And that's a nice amount of points for Team Canada.
All right, now here is her countrymate and teammate, Michelle Letendre. Same story. If she makes this, she will at least secure a top 10 finish with 2 attempts in hand.
It's a solid clean.
A little bit of a fight there on the jerk. It's possible she might get turned down, and she did. It's slight. It's slight. It was a little bit of wobbly, but there was enough movement there to catch the attention of the refs, and it was a majority decision that did not go in her way. I want to say it was the right arm. Maybe we'll see something if we look at it from the front.
Yeah, the jerk, the snatch and the clean, it looks like it comes natural to her. The jerk doesn't look like it's refined quite as much as the snatch and the clean.
Yeah, well, and you know, if you think about her history, competitive history,
probably hasn't done a lot of jerks relative to snatch and cleans
and other things like squatting and things like that. So, but take a look at the right arm here. Just that little movement.
It doesn't really drive the bar off of her body. The bar just kind of floats off of her. Doesn't get there with any kind of authority. She really needs to drive the bar with more explosion and move her feet and arms faster to secure the bar over her head, so she has time to actually settle in.
All right, so she is the only lifter looking for 100 kilos. That means she's running a 2-minute clock here.
Now this is a tough spot.
Well, there's not a lot of option.
You're not going to go up.
Well, Leguizamo's on at 102. You're not going to go up.
No, so you have to go out there and make this.
Right. I mean, it wasn't a miss that was convincing enough or close enough that you think a 2-kilo jump would make sense.
No.
So get it in at the 100. Take your 2-minute clock, and then get some rest before your 3rd attempt. I mean, I think that's the goal here.
Yes. I mean, her clean is not a problem. She's obviously strong enough for the clean. And it looks like the jerk. I mean, she
better clean.
Power cleans that.
She's better clean.
And she's got to drive this.
Back foot might have slipped, but it was secure. This will be a good lift. No. What happened?
I didn't see what they called on that. Can we see that from the front?
Yeah. Can we get the attention of the jury?
Yeah, I don't think that's above our pay grade.
It is. But I feel like I want to have a little chat. Great clean. Maybe left arm. Maybe
shoulder. It's not elbow.
Down. I mean, there was a.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
There's not a whole lot there.
I don't agree with that call at all.
So that's a pretty stiff call, but it was all 3.
That is
strange.
I think they saw the shoulder, not the elbow, because that doesn't look like. I mean, now hindsight is 20/20, and we have the luxury of seeing it in slow motion. But boy, I'll tell you, I don't see what the judges saw.
No, once again, situation same. 2-minute clock, running 100 kilos. Michelle Letendre, 3rd attempt, and it is a rough spot. And now we are saying, you know, at all costs, get the total in.
I mean,
it's a frustrating spot to lift in because the first attempt wasn't bad. The second attempt was better.
Right.
And here she is with nothing to show for it, heading into her 3rd attempt on a 2-minute clock with the same weight. So, I mean, that could get in your head. It could really frustrate you, but she's here. She's got to get it done. Canada needs these points.
I mean, she's got to do whatever she has to do to.
Solid clean again.
Let's go.
Done.
I mean, that didn't look any different to me
Well, there's one thing that's different. There's white lights on the board, thankfully.
Well, right.
100 kilos, good lift. 184 kilo total. And that will at least secure the top 10 position that that Canada needed on both of their lifters for this group. And yeah, I know it could be a little bit of disappointment because there's more in the tank there, definitely.
But she's got the total, and that's really, the end of the day, what the most important thing is.
All right, so now we're going to go to 102 kilos for the first attempt of Mildred Leguizamo of Dominica. We mentioned Mildred competed at a junior Pan Am several years ago. I haven't really seen her much at all on an international stage, and here she is with a 102 kilo opener. Snatched 85 on her third attempt. That was good for 7th place in the snatch competition. Wow. Parallel.
Strange.
Wide grip. Turn sideways, turn back.
She's very wobbly in the clean and jerk.
That's a good lift.
I question how much more she has in her.
We're going to find out.
We certainly will.
But what you can question, or what you can assume based off of that comment, is that it won't be that big of a jump. Maybe 2-3 kilos, you're thinking?
Right.
And right now, we're sitting on her auto increase. And there's the change. So 104 will bring out Rachel Leblanc-Bazinet for her second attempt. I noticed that the marshal has been holding the lifter in the ready area until the bar is loaded. I don't know why. Lifter wants to go out to the chalk box a little earlier.
I'm with you, but
I don't know that I've really seen that before.
Is that a rule?
I don't think so. It's a choice, and, you know, you do have to.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's not a rule, but
good clean.
whoa.
Good jerk. All right. Much better attempt, I thought.
Yeah, so we've seen that. Well, her opener was solid, but I think we've seen this twice now, both in the snatch and the clean and jerk for Leblanc-Bazinet. Little bit of let me make this caution on the first one,
yeah,
and then second, third attempts. Where his second attempt, very aggressive, very, you know, good approach to the lift, and that was much easier than I thought it would be.
The pressure's off, you know.
Yeah.
Once you get that first one in, the pressure's off in these competitions. I mean, she's not gonna win a medal here.
No, but she's making lifts. I mean, she did miss her opening snatch, but she's been successful on everything since, and she's now, you know, looking at least 106. That's her declared weight for her third attempt. So, like what we've been seeing from Leblanc-Bazinet. And it looks like she's going to be the lifter. Another lifter was introduced, but I did not notice the clock did start. So, yeah, she's on a 1-minute clock. Curious to see if she goes to 107. That will buy her a little bit of time, as Carolina Lugo is sitting on 107, as is Leguizamo. So, wonder what Leblanc-Bazinet is going to do here. 107 would be a 3-kilo jump. But no, she's going to repeat. She's going to take the 106 on a short clock. Interesting.
I probably would have gone 107 just because it doesn't, I mean, give her a little bit more time.
Yeah, but this is the weight she wanted. So let's see what she's got. This is a quick turn. I don't know that I've seen her even try anything this big, so this will be cool.
Well, if you can make 106, you can make 107. Very nice.
Make 106. It's a good lift.
Yes. Now, I can't really see the scoreboard, so I don't know if strategically if 106 put her up a place.
It will move her into first place for the group right now. So that will be ahead of her teammate Latondre. That will, for now, be ahead of Mildred Leguizamo.
who has 2 attempts left.
Okay.
But at the moment, at least, it positions her to at least finish 8th. All right, so 107 is the weight called. Lugo has moved up, so that makes the lifter Leguizamo. 107 kilos. This is her 2nd attempt. Opening clean was very strong. Caught it at about parallel. It was the jerk where things got a little bit interesting.
Yes.
Wide grip. Good clean again.
Whoa.
She's done it twice in a row now. Very odd in just how she makes the clean. Her torso angles left. She splits underneath it, and then her torso centers.
Well, 2 for 2. So
Not a good long-term strategy, though.
no, it's not.
Especially with heavy weights like this. Take a look at this again on the replay. Platform is yours to use. You can go wherever you like as long as you stay on it. She lifts with a, with a panoramic view.
Yeah.
Gets to see everything.
Well, I tell you, she makes it interesting.
Yeah. Well, she does have another attempt left, and as you mentioned, 2 for 2.
And Lucero's gone up, I think. Or
Yes, Lucero has moved up. She briefly flashed on the screen there. Right now it looks like Carol Lugo is the lifter. Yeah, Carol Lugo Robles is the lifter. 1 minute clock is running on 109 kilos. Universiati last year, she clean and jerked 109. It's the most I've seen. She's tried as much as 115 in competition.
Oh.
Junior Worlds. A couple of years ago. Or last year, excuse me.
So do we have 3 opening up at 110?
Yes. Who?
Oh.
Came up on her toes. Let's
Yeah,
take a look at that
I
from the
don't.
side.
I don't think it. I imagine it's not heavy for her. I think it's just a little out of position, a little out in front. So I bet you when she takes this again, she's going to stand right up.
Yeah, she got her elbows around. Pull was pretty good.
I think it was a little out in front.
Do her heels come up as she starts to stand? Left side, you see that? Yeah. So her pressure was forward.
Yeah, everything. I mean, heels are way up in the air. So I would imagine if that's in the right spot, she stands right up.
Well, that will put her on a 2 minute clock, and it's something we've been seeing a lot of in the start of this. There have been a little bit better than 50% successes over misses thus far in the session, but just the way that the weights have been called, we've been seeing several 2 minute clocks, and you can't get into a flow.
No.
Even in the back, it slows down your warm-ups as a coach. I mean, you have to think about who's calling what. But it does look like Carol Lugo Robles will repeat with this 109 kilos. She's wrapping up.
She should.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was nothing about that attempt that would lead you to believe an increase would be smart.
I'm going to guess she's going to put this exactly where it needs to be. Stand right up and smoke the jerk.
All right. So far, she listened on the clean.
Yes.
Like how she oscillates it just a little bit.
Not as easy
She'll
as
be
I
good.
thought, but
Go Robles with 109 kilos on her second.
I mean, at this level, an athlete at this level from Mexico, if they miss an opening clean, there's some kind of weird
Technical issue.
thing that doesn't happen very often, because they're very well coached, very well trained.
I like how the bar just has a little bit of giddy up, just enough. And she rides it.
Forward on the dip there.
Yeah. But she got through just enough.
Yeah.
Arms held. 3 white lights, no problem. And now we've got Maria Levon of Colombia. Maria was the bronze medalist in the snatch. She's the first of the medalists out of the snatch competition that we're seeing in the clean and jerk. She made 90 and 93 on her second attempt. Looks solid on all 3.
I saw her on her last snatch. She was shaking her arm a little bit. I wonder if
her left elbow,
is
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Solid.
Seems
there.
like it's fine.
Yep. Yeah, and the concern that you had there, Sean, was that in that fight for 95 on her third attempt at the snatch, she stayed under there quite a while. And although she reacted with frustration when she missed, her first movement was to put her hand over her elbow, which makes you think, was there a little problem there?
Yeah.
But apparently not.
No.
Very secure lift. Very good job there. Now we've got Jessica Lucero at 110 for her first attempt.
And what's her best clean and jerk?
Lucero?
Yeah.
American record 116.
Okay, so she's well within her capabilities here.
Yeah, healthy but not max effort at 116.
And I'm sure they've opened up her lower just to get one in, and then she can play with what she wants. Oh, no, she's not going to get that.
I don't know. Where's one? Majority decision, that's going to go her way. Let's hope the jury stays silent.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
Roger Sadecki on the jury, looking like, as always, like he's ready to yell at someone. But he is keeping quiet for now. And that looks like that will hold up, so that's a good lift for Lucero. We have seen her open with 110 before. Unfortunately, she missed it on that occasion. But she made it here, so good start for her in the clean and jerk. Let's see where the progression takes her. I wouldn't be surprised, Sean, play out a couple of attempts. 113, 114 might be in the cards.
I think, we'll see. I mean, I don't know, is she in contention for, she's not in contention for a total medal, right?
Probably not, but she can medal in the clean and jerk based on how this thing shakes out.
Okay. Well, it's going to be for her to medal in the clean and jerk.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's a great thing about weightlifting. Wow. That was hard.
3/4 of the way. Just too much for Leguizamo on her third attempt. No lift, so she'll be credited with 107 kilos from her second, finishing with a 192. For now, that's good enough for fourth place. We'll see how it shakes out with just 5 lifters remaining. For now, the lifter will be Monica Dominguez, first attempt, 112 kilos. I don't see her in the area there.
So you're right. So they declared Jessica at 113, so she's going to be right around there.
She's going to be in the mix.
Yeah.
And I think at 113, that could be a hold to see if somebody else goes up in there and misses.
Right.
Maybe they'll burn somebody's clock.
I mean, with her best being 116, it wouldn't be unreasonable for her to go 114.
14, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So Dominguez now.
So her clock is dwindling down, and
she's got to get wrapped up and ready here. Dominguez was the silver medalist in the snatch, 94 kilos on her first. repeats itself and somebody says, hey, do you want it? The answer is going to be 90.
It lowers their chances of making it.
Sure. I'm still going to go after it.
Absolutely. No, of course. You know, it's weightlifting. You gotta compete.
I put food in front of you. There's only one outcome that's going to happen.
This is true.
No thanks, I'm full.
So this is a nice opener, 112.
All right, here's Figueroa, first attempt, 112 kilos. This will move her into second if she makes it.
Very nice jerk.
Fourth after the clean and jerk. 112 on the board here. 4 kilo total for now. What, 284? No, 204. Monica Dominguez, who currently has 206 posted.
So it looks like
Carolina Lugo Robles, third attempt, 112 is running. Do you see her in the area there? No.
No.
I think a change is coming in. Nope. They were working on her. She's
small. She was hiding behind somebody.
I think the coach was a pig.
Yeah. So Dominguez is called for 113, and so there's 3 at 113.
For now.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's going to change.
Yes.
She's done as much as 109. Good clean.
Took a lot of time.
Yeah. And you know, she missed 109 on her opening clean, right? I mean, it looks like in terms of the clean, it looks like all she needed was a few more kilos. 3 more kilos made it look easier.
Yeah. So we'll see if Escobar, well, she should come out with this. There's no reason for her not to.
No, and like you were talking about dropping in from that top position, originally slated at 115.
Right.
Throw the 113 on, get this in, and let the progression take you wherever you need.
Now, all she has to do is match. She's got to match.
Figueroa.
Yeah.
And Dominguez, yeah, just do what they do in the clean and jerk. Just do what they do, you stay ahead. $113. She's done as much as 125.
Wow, easy clean.
Good jerk, that
Very
will
solid.
work. 3 white lights. And really the line in the sand right now with that 113 is 207. That moves her 1 kilo ahead of Monica Dominguez, who has 2 attempts left, and this is just going to be a game of chip away, and whoever misses opens the door for somebody else. But for now, Escobar controls the action.
Dominguez is not going at 113.
Oh, definitely not.
So this is going to bring up Jess Lucero, which
I think she might take the 13.
Up. So yeah, so 14 is going to be what she's going to go
For Lucero, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dominguez might as well.
She should, because she doesn't have to push it.
There's the change, so that will bring Levon to the bar. And
well, Dominguez went to 115.
Yes. Figueroa went to 115. And that brings Levon out, and Levon will take the 114. If she makes it, this will move her into second. It will get ahead of Dominguez for the moment. So this is a nice attempt here for Maria.
And she just dives into the bottom. Nice. She's strong.
You know, you really don't have to say much when the Colombians are on the platform. They speak for themselves. More ways than one.
That's for sure.
That was aggressive, both on the platform and on the way off of it. See, as you march back to the...
Yeah,
This is a great lift.
Yeah, overall, great lift.
Wow.
Now
She's
Jess.
got the body language of just load whatever, and I'll take it. All right, so now here's the second attempt of Lucero, 114 kilos, just 2 off her best ever. If she's successful, this will move her into 5th overall and 2nd into the clean and jerk. Oh, they didn't stop the clock. 2-1, no good. You know, the timer didn't stop the clock on her. I don't like that. Now, it's not, nobody's going to do anything about it, but the clock is supposed to stop when the bar breaks from the ground. And you noticed she was about to take her jerk, and the buzzer went off.
Yep.
Which...
And quite frankly, I thought this clean and jerk was better than the first one. And they turned her down.
I mean, a little shaky, sure, but it's heavy. I didn't see that bend.
But her arms
Granted,
were
we can
better.
only see the one arm from that angle, but I agree with you. I'm with you there, and they've been consistently unfriendly, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
From the, with the referees' buttons, they've been pretty tough.
So as I mentioned earlier, in the clean and jerk, following yourself is tough, especially from a second to a third. So they've elected to go to 115 and give Jess a little bit more time to recover.
Yeah, and it's also okay because she does have her total.
Right.
And, it's not the end of the world if she misses her third, but at the same time, you do have the opportunity to pick off a few more places if you make the third, whatever it is. It's looking increasingly unlikely that Jessica will be able to make her way onto the medal to bring in a nice total and some points here. So in the meantime, we'll go to Monica Dominguez, second attempt. She was successful with 112 on her opener. 3 kilo jump for her.
I like her. She's got a good rhythm to her lift.
Yeah, cadence was the word I was thinking too. It's just solid, good technique.
The bar just kind of wraps around her. She doesn't give it all.
Indicator of good core strength.
Just overneath this, the whole thing is strong. And she really just drives the bar.
No, I mean, if you want to nitpick, maybe a little bit angled forward.
Well, the back foot goes back. But at the end of the day, I mean, look, she's clean and jerk. 114 is a 58.
It's great lifting. It's world-class lifting.
Right.
All right.
There's technically perfect, and there's what we're watching on the international stage.
Exactly.
So sometimes the two aren't congruent.
Especially when the white lights come.
Right.
All right, so now this brings 115 for Lucero, and Lucero has moved up.
All right, let's go. Go big or go home.
They're ignoring
I'd imagine
the miss, and they're just going to keep the progression rolling for her, and that's going to bring Lady Figueroa to the bar at 116 kilos for her second attempt. And if she's successful, this will only move her into second for the moment. It will move her into first for the clean and jerk for now.
But I would imagine Jess is going to maybe make a shot at the American record.
Well, why not if they jumped her up? Yeah, take a crack at the 17. All right, so she made 118 day of her life, Houston Worlds. She did 16 on her second attempt. at the 2015 World Championships. Nice.
Good lift.
18, 19, whatever you want. That's a great lift.
160 kilograms. Second, primer por María Alexandra Escobar from Ecuador. Segundo avión para María Alexandra Escobar de Ecuador. Se prepara Levon.
All right, Escobar is going to hold pat, take the same 116 on her second attempt. Fourth place overall at the Olympics in Rio. She's been a Pan Am champion in the past. She won it in 2013.
Wow. That was good clean. Oh,
Let's see what this. One red, two reds. Yep. No lift. That could open the door here.
Interesting.
That could open the door for Dominguez.
Now, if I'm Lucero, I take 116. Has anybody made 116 yet?
No.
Yeah, I take 116 because if
You get it, you've had it,
Well-
you got it first. But there are 5 lifters remaining.
but who's where is Jess in the order?
Jess is at 116. Order of lifting, it's her. She's the first to take
Right.
116.
So,
Well,
yes.
no, she's
So
the
this
third
is
to
the
take
call.
116.
116 is the call.
She's the third to take it, but she'd be the first to make
Right.
it. So that is the weight on the bar right now. This would tie her current American record, and she has moved up. So that is going to put Escobar on a 1-minute clock with 116.
Okay. That's a better call.
And Escobar, who would move into
Does
first,
she know that she's up?
Escobar has moved up, so that will bring Levon. So the battle of wits here is on to close out this session.
All right.
And sometimes you see this at the end, the changes, even though there have been some misses, even though the door is still open and everybody's on third attempts, they're making the changes to see who will break or where the limit will stop before
Right.
somebody actually takes their attempt. And it looks like 117 is the number, and Levon will take it. If she is successful with this attempt, she will move into the lead overall.
And the way she's looked, there's really no reason to think that she won't. She's really manhandled these weights today.
Yeah, the demeanor tells you that she's not afraid of this situation
No.
at all. We'll give her 210.
Wow.
All right, so that's the gauntlet. 210, line in the sand.
She's strong because the clean just buries her at the bottom.
Yeah, it wasn't as well. That was a max effort in the clean. Her first 2 cleans she crushed, right?
Right.
And now Lucero has no choice, has to really take this 117.
Well, she's probably out of changes.
She's out of changes. She's got to take the 17, and this will only put her in second in the clean and jerk and 5th overall. But if successful, this will be a new American record.
And this is a huge lift. And this would make up for those 2 missed snatches.
Sure. All right, so here's an American record attempt. 117 kilos for Jessica Lucero.
206 total, I think.
Yes. All right.
Wow.
No.
Oh.
Gritty clean. But just not there in the jerk. So that means Lucero will finish the day 2 for 6, 89 kilos on her third attempt snatch, 110 on her opener, 199 kilo total. Currently has her in 5th, might move her back as far as 7th. 117 is now the call, or is on the bar, and the lifter becomes Maria Alexander Escobar,
who missed 116.
And who doesn't seem to be like she's in a rush to get out here. Now she is. All right. 37 years old, 4-time Olympian. That we can count, and an opportunity to move into the lead for another victory in the Pan Am. 3 of the session. This is a huge spot here for Escobar.
Nice clean, very strong.
This is all or nothing. 4th or 1st?
Whoa.
First it is.
First it is.
And at least a guaranteed medal. If she would have missed, that would have meant no podium.
Right.
I mean, that was a gamble in every sense of the word, but way below what she's ever done before. And again,
that's a great lift.
The veteran is telling the kids how it's done.
Take that, kiddies.
Oh, yeah. And if that holds up, that could be good for gold. And it's just a pleasure to see a lifter of this caliber. To see her again, I mean, a 4-time Olympian.
Right.
Doing it how it should be done. I mean, it's just awesome.
Well, Monica says, wait a second. Let's up the ante.
118 kilos.
Does this put her in first?
Yes, it does. 212.
First total and
yes,
clean
it
jerk.
does.
Okay.
So for the lead overall, Monica Dominguez of Mexico.
That's a good clean.
117 on. Oh, no!
Yeah, that looked like the same lift that she did on her second, just didn't make it this time. Very strong.
I was about to say 117 on her resume. Now she could say 118, but what?
So what does Figueroa need for the win?
I want to look at this replay first.
Well, she's not going to go for the win. She's going to.
So she couldn't absorb it. But man, oh, it was so close.
So this lift will put her in first overall.
Or leave her in 4th.
So it's an interesting call.
It's we're in a casino.
Right.
It's chips in. This is all or nothing for Lady Figueroa. If she's successful, she will go home the 2017 Pan Am champion. If she misses, no podium.
Right. Well, hey, this is a great lift.
But she is guaranteed, she is guaranteed a bronze in the clean and jerk, no podium for total.
Okay.
But this is a huge spot for Lady Figueroa. Let's sit back and watch.
Oh, not
to be. All right, so with that, we have decided the outcome of this thing, and the winner is 37-year-old Maria Escobar of Ecuador.
Unbelievable. Second place silver medal goes to Maria Levon on a 5 for 6 210 kilo performance.